Hello, I got a new jumper. Come in, look. I love it so much. It's green, which you may have noticed, which isn't everybody's colour. A lot of people are again green. In fact, when I did my survey of what is the worst flavour wine gum, green came out as the winner. Green is my favourite. I think the lime ones are lovely, or apple, or any of them greeny flavours. I thought lemon would be the runaway worst one. Anyway, I love my green jumper. I got it in Other Stories. I am also wearing my Other Stories dress because I might as well, because it'll be another 6 months before the weather is good enough to wear it properly. So I'm wearing it today for you. Now, I feel a lot better this week, and that is obviously thanks to Declan Dowling's General Tonic. So much thanks to Declan Dowling and all in Waterford who alerted me to him. Now, I have so much to tell you. Now, I promised you last week that I would show you my punt purse and my sterling purse, and I forgot. So I have them this week. This is my punt purse. It's actually my euro purse now, which is a shame. Although euros are great because you can bring them, you know, if you were going to Outforden, you would have, you know, and you wouldn't have to worry about changing money. So as you can see, it's got sort of Russian dolls on them. And now I'm going to show you my sterling purse, which is this one. I'm going to show you what's in it. English money. Although I have a feeling, have these been phased out? I have a horrible feeling they have. English money, my Oyster card, and English change. Do you see? Now, I am not a cat person, to put it mildly. But I was in Putney with Suzanne, my beloved Suzanne and almost sister, and we were in a second-hand shop, and because I love second-hand shops, and we saw this and she bought it for me, and it was threepence halfpenny because things are cheap in charity shops, and so I associated with her, and I am happy to own it even though it has cats on it. Now, Finland. I'm going to Finland. I'm so excited. Now, I have been before, but it was a long time ago. And I'm so excited to be going back, especially because if you have the Netflix, there's a show called Border Town. It's a crime thing. And it's about a sort of a man on the spectrum who's a policeman, and various other people. There's a rowdy fella called Nico, and then there's a kick-ass Russian woman, I think she's Russian, called Lena, and I'm just feeling incredibly all about the Finlands at the moment. And actually on Saturday, it was just all coincidence, my Sudden Wild Enthusiasms column in the Irish Times was for the Clinique Marimekko collaboration. Now hold on, you see, Clinique Marimekko collaboration, and they have done, oh my god, they're so beautiful. They've done a new range of lip glosses which but have the Marimekko patterns on them. It's like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. You know, they make me want to lick them. And they're really nice lip glosses as well because they're not all sticky and like normally, I mean, I gave up wearing lip glosses years ago because if you go out on a windy day, which is most days in Ireland, I'd end up with all my hair plastered to my lower face, and then I'd look like I had a beard, and that doesn't suit me. You'd be surprised, but it doesn't. But look, aren't they just yummy? But the thing is, I've loved Marimekko for years, even long before it was, what do they call it? Profitable or popular. And yeah, if you buy 2 things from Clinique at the moment, they give you a lovely Marimekko little bag for free. Marimekko patterned bag with Clinique things inside it. I just, you know, if you're a person who loves colour, as clearly I do, you'll love it. Now, you see, these are my work outfits. They are long night dresses. They go from your neck right down to your toes, and they have sleeves. And I wear them because I'm comfortable in them, and the cotton in them is like amazing and that lasts 1,000 years. Like, these are ancient and they haven't got holes in them, and they haven't gone baggy. Well, they haven't gone baggy because they were baggy to start with. Do you know, it's not about, this now would not be my sexy negligee that I'll be wearing now on Wednesday night for himself. Yeah. More on that. Now, and these, you see, you'll recognise these patterns. This is the Marimekko icon. It's the flower, and they do it in different colours. These are my tea towels, but I don't like using them as tea towels. It feels disrespectful. I actually feel that these should be in frames. Anyway, I posted an idea on Twitter that I could do one of my book signings in one of they've 3 Marimekko shops in Helsinki. And I was thinking, you see, that while I was in there, I could shoplift a load of things, because I do have awful klepto impulses. I try not to. I don't do it, but I'd like to. So anyway, it might happen. I'll be there in early May. More details as it comes or happens or whatever the word is. Now, I wanted to tell you something else. Now, about those treatments I told you about last week, I didn't make myself clear. I've done 4 for the 5. Now, is my skin a glowing? You can be the judge. I am delighted with it. You see, I said you get little sachets. What I didn't say was that you get little tissues, little tissuettes, like you used to get on planes before they started treating us as cattle and inconveniences. Yeah, you get a little, I'll open it and I'll show you one. You see, and you'll be reminded. Now, it is not lemon scented, which may confuse you, but it is soaked in alpha hydroxy acid. And you see, you'd rub that all over your clob, you see, and your eyes might go a bit watery. Mine do. That shows it's working. And then 2 minutes later, you'd open the other side and you take out your other non-lemon scented sachet, and towelette. You see, I'm doing it again. And you'd rub it all over your clob, and then you might have lovely glowing skin. Anyway, I like it. This brand is new to me, and now Dr. Dennis Gross, and now I want everything, because that's the way I am. Now look at. This week we have something very special. I have been contacted by a very interesting individual. It's one of Ireland's most inaccessible, most important conspiracy theorists, who wanted to share something really quite alarming with me, I suppose. So we are going to cut to that, and then we'll come back to me. So look, keep an open mind, go into it. I it blew my mind, is all I'm saying.
Greetings, fellow seekers of truth. Come in. You know that you can depend on me, the woman with no name, who lives in a place with no name, to tell you the truth that the mainstream media will never ever tell you. Now, I trust that you are wearing your special tinfoil hat to keep the government spying on your brain, because that's what they're doing. Now, this week I have been contacted by a fellow traveller on our lonely path. She is an old woman who wants to be known simply as Old Woman, and she comes to me with the most alarming truth, which will surprise you but probably not shock you. The culprit in this week's terrible, enormous, worldwide government cover-up is this little fella here, J'accuse springtime newborn lamb. Let me tell you what's really going on. In spring, we experience tiredness, a drop in our energy. We blame ourselves because that's what they want us to think. But the truth is, these little feckers and other things such as daffodils and snowdrops, they are stealing our oxygen. They are taking extra doses of oxygen for their growthiness. They are taking it for themselves. And the government knows all about it. The government is in on it. The government is encouraging it. They are siphoning it off from our air all around us. Oh, it's happening to you right as you speak. And then it is being dumped in huge quantities over fields with these little fecks leaping and hopping in them. And you no doubt will notice in the coming weeks charming, as they say, pictures of these little blighters in the mainstream media. Charming pictures of the little feckers just born and leaping. And you're meant to feel happy for them. But no, remember, oxygen thieves. They are stealing your oxygen. Be ever vigilant, my friends. Be ever vigilant. If you need to contact me, don't come looking for me, because you won't find me. I will find you. Finally, if you would like a lovely hat like mine, I'll do a link at the bottom of the screen. $10.99 plus postage. I'm afraid 'tis only dry clean only, but 'tis worth it. You need to be wearing it at all times. Do not care if others mock you at the bus stop. You're the clever one. You're keeping your thoughts to yourselves while they're letting the government spy on them willy-nilly. Goodbye to you.
Food for thought there, I think we'll all agree. Astonishing stuff. Yeah, really, you know, open my eyes to a good few things. Yeah. Now look it's so funny. I've got a foreign film crew coming early next week, and they want it's gas. They want Marian Keys's Dublin, and the thing is, if we did Marian Keys's Dublin, it would be over to Ronan. I say I love Ronan. It's not just because he works in a chemist. Ronan is such a nice man. We'd have a chat. Then it would be over to Old Vomans on a Friday. But you couldn't bring a film crew, a foreign film crew, into like an overheated, overcrowded, chaotic suburban house with all kinds of lunacy, people with Alzheimer's and crying babies. Not that Hannah ever cries. Oh my God, that child is such an angel. She's a God. She makes us all so happy. And then, as you know, I go to my meetings to keep me from going back on the sauce. And there's one meeting in particular where, like, I love the people in the room, like a family. But you can't bring a film crew to that. And I mean, I don't know. I suppose they want me walking, I don't know, looking Celtic-y in the mist, maybe down in Wicklow. I do go to the Devil's Glen, that is one of my things, but it would take us hours to get down there, and then it's fierce skiddy down there. What if a foreign film crew skidded on the skiddy laves and went skidding into the river? Like, that would be mortifying, you know? And you see, and the things, they might want me wandering around Dublin looking in charming little boutiques. But the thing is, I buy all my clothes online. Like, if I was to be more honest about it, we would show Steve from DHL or George from DPD arriving on the doorstep. Like, I know Steve and George like they're my brothers. Like, I've met Steve's children, do you know? Like, I adore Steve. Like, Steve is my friend. And George is my friend. No, I don't see George as often. George tends to be more an afternoon person, and himself would have more dealings with them. But, you know, I know about their football teams, you know. But, like, it's all these ordinary moments that form the mosaic of a life. And these are the things that make me happy. Or, like, you know, to show me lying on the couch with himself, watching Border Town or Arctic Ganses or Modus or basically anything with subtitles. But I've got to be pretend. Not entirely pretend, because I'll still be me. And it'll get me out of the house, which will be good. But I can't risk them skidding on the skiddy laves into the river. Sure, I can't. No, I can't. Right, I have, this has been a long one this week because obviously we had our special guest, and we may have further contributions from the special guest, but I have to wait for the special guest to contact me. Although the hat, as I am known for, I would buy any old shite. I think I want the tinfoil hat. I will be back to you next week. Have a lovely week. Valentine's Day. It's a load of codswallop. Me and Emma are going on a date on Valentine's Day. We're going to the dentist. She is getting a filling. I might have a checkup while I'm there. Do something useful with the one you love. And there'll be no sexy negligees for himself. Because I don't own any. Because I don't. Because I am sensible. Adios. You are lovely. I must find out what goodbye is in Finnish.